lunch. Hi, Meow Meow. Do you like your lunch today? I'm Rebecca Brand, and I have my PETLIBRO kitty cat feeders to give me the peace of mind that I can go places and not be on kitty's schedule and kitty's getting fed. Right, Meow Meow? And with the control of my app, I can feed my cat anywhere I am in the world. My cat really likes wet food, so with the app, I can feed her when it's time to feed her on a schedule or when I want to open it. Meow Meow. Dinner bell. My cat brings me so much joy and so much love in my life. But sometimes I want a little getaway. But I like to know that my kitty cat is well taken care of. Meow Meow means so much to me. And I know what my Meow Meow likes to eat, and I know when she needs to eat it. And she's kind of heavy, so it's really good that I can give her the food that's the healthiest for her on her schedule. Boarding cats can be so expensive, and I never know if my kitty cat is going to get sick at a boarding place. And my cat doesn't really get along well with other cats. She likes her own little habitat and privacy in Kittyville. Meow Meow loves to eat and eats often. And I'm really happy to know that when I'm gone, she's getting fresh food. I got the full feeding system from PETLIBRO. I got the Granary smart camera feeder, I got the Polar wet feeder, and I also got the Dockstream fountain. PETLIBRO has figured out with their research and development how to keep cat food fresh and water pure for the freshest food in order for you to feed your pet. Now I have a kitty cat, but you might have a puppy dog. These feeders will work for doggies too. PETLIBRO has a Polar wet food feeder. This will keep her food cold for up to 3 days, 3 servings. It refrigerates the food when she's not eating it and makes it fresh and sealed. Cooling will pause before serving, allowing your pet to enjoy their meal at a more comfortable temperature than refrigerated. Oh, yummy. Was that good, Meow Meow? Are you going to take a break? The Polar wet food feeder will keep 3 meals fresh for 3 days. And with my kitty cat, that's perfect. So she can have one really great meal a day of her favorite food. Depending on how much food you want to feed your cat that's wet in one sitting, it will hold up to about 10 ounces. Here I have one little can. That can's 3 ounces. And in the portion that Meow Meow is eating now, she's eating a double can portion. 2 of the little cans. Sometimes I will leave her 3, but I could have left her 3 of the portions. And with PETLIBRO's Polar wet food feeder, it will even make the sound of a bell to alert your cat. It's time to eat. Dinner's ready. With the Granary camera feeder, it's great because that camera will get a video of your kitty or doggy eating, which can be very calming when I'm away and I'm stressed out and I don't know if my pet is really eating. And I love knowing that the food that Meow Meow is eating is fresh and crunchy. It's not going to go stale. I sure wouldn't want to eat stale food, and I don't think Meow Meow would want to eat stale food either. The level of the food is adjustable. You can let out as little or as much as you want, and in whatever intervals you want as well. PETLIBRO's Granary camera feeder notifies your kitty it's time to eat because they can hear the sound of the food hitting the stainless steel tray below. All kitties know that sound. And because the camera is downward facing, it gives you privacy. That camera there is a 1080p camera and it has a 145-degree wide-angle lens. Check this out. You can see my kitty cat coming in to eat and see all the way around that 145-degree angle. You get to see a wide area of whatever your Kittyville looks like. And I like it that I can monitor Meow Meow's meals. And the camera also has night vision, so 24/7. You got picture perfect of your kitty cat. Here's Kitty sleeping. And at night, I can see my kitty cat. Aw, Meow Meow's sleeping. And the app will have reminders for you, like if the food levels are low or the battery power is low. It makes it really easy to maintain so you know what you need to do if food's running out or if there's a food blockage or your battery is low. The Granary Smart Camera Feeder from PETLIBRO can schedule up to 6 meals or snacks a day. I can set a schedule or I can feed now. And that's great because I know she's not going to have a cup of food at the same time. Within any one 24-hour period, I can set it to have just little bits come out, and that stretches her food across the day. And you can see that Meow Meow is a big kitty cat, and she needs to go on a diet, and I should put her on one. So PETLIBRO's Granary video feeder is perfect because even on the diet, I can see her eating and I will know. And after eating, she gets so content. She's ready for her nap. Because if you were away and your cat were not to eat, that would be very worrisome. It could indicate that your kitty was not feeling well. So knowing that they're eating, especially when you're away, gives you a lot of peace of mind. One of my favorite features on the Granary camera feeder is that I can speak to my kitty in real time when she's at the feeder or call her. Watch this. Darling Meow Meow, wake up from your nap. Meow Meow. Meow Meow. Meow Meow. Mommy loves you. Are you hungry? I think you're tired. Meow Meow's just tired. And then you just press a button to cut the audio. Sweet dreams, Meow Meow. And the kibble size for the PETLIBRO Granary pet feeder with the camera is many sizes. You can have tiny kibble all the way up to larger sizes. And the largest size can be over 1/2 inch, square, without jamming. And in the lid, it even shows you what that maximum size is. And the Granary camera feeder holds up to 5 liters of food. That's over 1 gallon of food. Did you know that for about every 5 pounds your kitty is, they need about 4 ounces of water a day? Now my kitty cat is Chub Chub. My kitty cat weighs about 18 pounds. So that's a good 1.5 cups for my kitty cat that my kitty cat needs to drink. I want this water looking appetizing and beckoning her and reminding her time to drink, and the fountain does that. The fountain attracts your kitty to want to see what's going on. It's a natural drive within the cat. Kitties can be very susceptible to having urinary tract infections and also kidney problems. So water intake is so important. PETLIBRO has a number of different types of water fountains. So depending on the features you want, check them out. Some have an app, some don't. Some are battery operated and some are powered with a cord. Pick the one that's best for your household and your kitty cat. I love this one. It's got all the gizmos. So when you order products by PETLIBRO, they come right to your door. I got a lot because I got all 3 of this from my Pet Solutions system. And as an example, here's my Polar Wet Food Feeder. This is the box it comes in. This is all sides of the box. I open the box and I want to show you how well the packaging was designed so there wouldn't be any damages during shipping. And it comes in one piece. This is all sides of it. And wrapped up, there is the electrical cord. And the electrical cord will plug right into the back. And the hookup is really easy. You just press it into the back and into a standard 120 volt North American household normal outlet, 2-pronged outlet. And when you plug it in, the light will blink. And on the back of the Polar Wet Food Feeder is a battery backup. So if the power goes out, the batteries will kick in, so kitty cat gets fed, no matter what. And with it comes a quick start guide, which was really easy to follow, has great illustrations on how everything works. And right inside is a QR code, so you can download the app really easy on your phone. There's also a user manual, and I flipped through the user manual, and that again was really well illustrated as well. Easy to understand directions. So here is a Polar Wet Feeder, closed up, and here it is with the top open showing the feeding tray. And now let's take a look of how these mechanisms work. This is underneath the lid here. And here's a close-up of what that looks like. You can see inside that little knob down there, and that's what's going to rotate the feeding tray. And to close it, it just snaps down. And here's a feeding tray, and I'm opening one of those small cans of kitty cat food, about 3 ounces. And I just spoon it into the feeding tray. That's the wet food. So you can have 3 servings of 3 ounces if you want to for your kitty, and every day your kitty will get one of those. Or you can double it and give them 6 ounces. It will hold up to 3 cans of the 3 ounces, but I'm just showing you a demonstration so you get an idea of how much wet food it holds. And just for demonstration purposes, this is what the 3rd can of food in it will look like. That's about 9 to 10 ounces of cat food. Here's some close-ups of them filled up so you can see how closely to the rim they get to. You don't want to go over the rim. You want it to fit there neatly so it doesn't mess up the top of your lid. And here I am placing it in. And that tray is so easy to clean because it's so removable. You can throw it in a dishwasher or clean it by hand, anything. And that plate, it's BPA free, so it's food safe. The scan code took me right to the Google Play Store, and I downloaded the app, and these are the screens that came up, and I was in the PETLIBRO app. And on the app was a video that played with the products that they have. I thought they were really cute. Then I signed up, and then a lot of questions came about my pet. I really love that. The app takes into account many different medical conditions. And wait, and then you go in to add your device. So I picked my device. In this case, it was the Polar feeder, and then it hooked up to my Wi-Fi. And in no time at all, it connected the device. I called it Rebecca's Polar Wet Feeder. I like the notification settings because if the battery was low, it let me know. It's really important that my kitty cat gets fed on time. And there's many more important notifications that they let you know about. I set the start time, and I set the duration for feeding, and there's many other options that you put in. You have the ability to completely customize it for your kitty cat or puppy dog. There's many options that you can choose for their meal schedule, and there's even a shopping page in case you want to get more devices for your pet. That was really interesting. They have so many, including a gift card. I just love my Polar Wet Feeder for Meow Meow. Now let me show you some other products. So for the Granary Smart Camera Feeder, here's all the pieces to it. And underneath where the food comes out, there's a place for you to put batteries to keep it powered up, and also a place for you to put an SD card to capture all the footage of your kitty cat. You can have it on the card, but they also have a subscription for the cloud in case you want them to hold all the footage of your kitty cat's eating. Although I put the batteries in, these are really only for emergency because it's corded. Here's the cord. It plugs into any normal North American household outlet of 120 volts. And that's what's going to give it the power. But it's great to know it's battery operated in case there's a power outage. You don't have to worry. Then you place the food tank on top, simply like this. It snaps right in, and fill it with your kitty or your doggy's favorite food. And I want to show you what's underneath the top of that, just so you see all parts. I open this little compartment, and there is a desiccator. And what that means is your kibble is going to be crunchy for your cat. Moisture's not going to get inside and make it moldy or stale. So I open up that package to have the fresh desiccator inside. And put the lid on top. And after that, the tray gets installed on the bottom. And the stainless steel tray is removable, so it's easy to clean. After you clean it, you just snap it back in. It goes right under like that. And I filled it up with Kitty's favorite kibble. And on the front of it is an LED display with the camera. Here's a shot from the bottom all the way up to the top. It is such a great design. It would look great in any house. It comes with an app for the Granary Smart Camera, so I set that up because I wanted to see my kitty cat through the camera. And it sets up just like any app. The Granary Camera Smart Pet Feeder is supported by both 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz for Wi-Fi networks. I had this single tray, and I went through the menus, and it had the information on the camera and the microphone, so you can talk to your pet. That is the smartest cat feeder I've ever seen in my life. I was so impressed with it. There's just so much to tell you about this. Even an SD card can be inserted. Unbelievable. So I'm going through some of the other menus, but you get the idea. It's absolutely so advanced. This is such a great way to manage your kitty cat's feeding. This Granary Smart Camera Feeder is just the best. Look at all of this. It's easy to use, yet so smart. And that video is really cool, so you can see your cat. And there's many device settings, and of course a schedule to feed your cat. These are the menus for that. I'm giving you some examples of how I'm using it. I set the dinner time to 6 p.m. And the feeding amount, 1/2 cup. There's many different feeding amounts you could choose. And also days of the week. Everything is customizable. The Granary Pet Feeder is really an amazing device to make your cat feeding simple, yet secure and sure. so you don't have to worry if you leave your cat alone that your kitty cat is going to be fed on time with the amount of food your kitty loves, like my Mau Mau. And PETLIBRO has 3 different kinds of Dockstream fountains. I'm going to make another video upcoming about those. Now, I have this water fountain for a Mau Mau, but PETLIBRO also has dog fountains to check out too. All the links are below in the description box for each of these. They're fantastic and they've changed my life to let me have a little more freedom with peace of mind. So I know my Mau Mau is a happy kitty. Aren't you, Mau Mau? I gotta keep my star happy. I'm Rebecca Brand. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And let's keep making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is a great recipe to keep your kitty cat happy and well fed and giving you peace of mind when you can't be there for your little Mau Mau. See you next time. I'm gonna go play some more with Kitty. Mau Mau. Mau Mau. If you like this video, here's some more over there on other great things for your pets. Right there.